Hello everyone, my name is Paige and today I'm going to be doing a book haul. I got quite a few books this month and I didn't realize it until I had stacked them all up over here, so I just want to dive right into this thing. As usual, there are going to be a couple different categories, ones that I got for review, ones that I purchased for myself, and ones that I got through books for trade, so I'm just going to jump right in. Okay, so I'm just going to go about these in kind of a random order of however they're stacked up, but the first one that I got this month was The Midnight Star, and this is by Marie Lu. I believe this is the third book in the Young Elite series. I'm just going to double check. Yeah, it is, right? The final Young Elites novel. Okay, so the last one. I have the other two on my bookshelf, and how I got this one was if you buy like Kellogg's cereal and then you can exchange your credits for books. With the extra credits we had, we sent books to my cousins that live in Colorado, and we also sent a couple books to my sister's friend. She just had a baby, so they all got like a bunch of little cool books, which is really exciting. And then I got one as well, so that's very exciting too. Okay, these next two came together in a package from Penguin Teen. Thank you, Penguin Teen, very much for these two free copies. I'm going to be doing a post for them on October 9th, so keep an eye out for that. But the first one is Lies You Never Told Me by Jennifer Donaldson, and then I Know You Remember, also by Jennifer Donaldson. This one comes out, I think, on October 9th, and that's why when we're doing the posting then. So this one's a finished copy, this one's an ARC. I haven't read either of these. I keep seeing these around. Like, they did a ton of promotion for the first one, like right when it was coming out. I don't think they're part of a series because someone had once mentioned on Twitter or something that they were like, oh, I thought they were together, but they're not, because the covers had looked so similar. So maybe that's kind of why they like redid the covers. I don't know. But anyway, October 9th, check out my post on my Instagram. There's a link for that down below. Alright, this next one that I got from a publisher was really fun because I opened it in front of my boyfriend when UPS dropped it off, and then we were both kind of like, oh! So this was not one that I requested, it just kind of showed up on my doorstep, and it's This Earl of Mine, and it's by Kate Bateman. This comes out at the end of October, so the end of this month. As you can tell from the cover, this is why it was kind of funny to open it in front of my boyfriend, because he was kind of like, what are publishers sending you? And I was like, I don't know. But thank you to St. Martin's Press for sending me this free copy. I'm actually really excited to check this out too, because I don't get sent a lot of romance books for review, so this is, yeah, it's exciting. This next one I actually requested from the publisher because they had kind of pitched it to me, and I was like, yeah, I totally want to read that, and that is Grave Maidens, and this is by Kelly Kuhn. This one also comes out on October 29th, so a lot of books coming out at the end of the month. I really want to read this month because from what it sounds like, it's kind of a perfect book to read in October, and I'm really excited for that, so we'll see if I can manage to get to it this month. And thank you very much to De La Court Press for sending me this free copy. This next one is another one I got from a publisher, so thank you again to Penguin Teen for sending this to me, and that is The Fountains of Silence by Ruta Sepetys. I read a Ruta Sepetys book earlier this year. I read Salt to the Sea, so when they pitched Fountains of Silence to me, I was like, oh my god, I really want it. Obviously, I didn't get to this before the release date because I think it came out last week. I did a post for it on Instagram, if you want to check that out, again, down below. But this book is massive. I didn't expect it to be so big, so I'm very excited to get to this very soon. Alright, let's take a break from ones that I got from publishers and talk about a couple that I got from books for trade. The first one being Loki, and this is by Mackenzie Lee. Yes, she wrote the Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue series, duology, spin-offs. I don't know. I really want to read this because I think Loki is a very interesting villain as far as like the MCU goes. I haven't read any comics that have him in it. So really interested to read a novel based on his character, and I think this is when he's supposed to be a little bit younger, so really, really excited to check this out. And this one came out last month in September. Okay, and then another one I got through a books for trade that I was very, very excited for was Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, A Crash of Fate by Zoraida Cordova. I think I'm saying that right. This popped up on my radar because my boyfriend had mentioned it to me because he works in Galaxy's Edge, and then I saw an ad for it when he and I went to Disneyland together with my family, so I was like, okay, I have to get a copy of this. And I really wanted an ARC because ARCs are a little bit more special to me. Obviously my boyfriend's very special to me, so I was like, okay, well, I just want this like really cool thing. So I saw that someone was trading for it. I grabbed it, obviously, and traded something that I didn't want any longer. And I read through this on a road trip to Vegas and then back. I really enjoyed this. I ended up giving it 4 out of 5 stars. I'll talk about it a little bit more at my wrap up at the end of this month. Okay, and then some that I purchased for myself are Caraval and Legendary. These are both paperbacks by Stephanie Garber. I really wanted the American paperback versions because I have the UK ones, and I really wanted the US ones so that they, you know, kind of complement each other, and I'm obsessed with this series, so I want like every copy. So yeah, these were both super cheap, so I just grabbed them. And then another one that I did trade for was the UK paperback of Finale. I thought this would actually match my Caraval and Legendary copies, but it's much taller and bigger and the spine doesn't match. So when Finale like comes out in this version, I want to get another copy, but this is really cool too. A couple other ones that I got for trade as well, going along with that, is Caraval and Legendary arcs. Very excited to have these because, like I just said, arcs are very special to me, so it's so cool to have my hands on these copies. I'm still looking for a Finale, so if anyone's looking to trade an arc for Finale, hit me up. I got another book in a trade that I traded an arc for a finished copy, and that was a copy of Finale, again, Stephanie Garber. This is the hardcover US edition. I just needed this because, actually I'll talk about it in a second. So I grabbed myself copies of Caraval and Legendary, and if you don't recognize these covers, it's the Beacon Book Box dust jackets that look amazing. I mean, just like, oh, they look so good together. So of course when I was trading for a hardcover copy of Finale, I was like, well, I'm gonna need it because they're doing another dust jacket for the last book, so then they'll all match up and be very beautiful and stunning together, and oh, I just love them so much. So, I'm so happy. Okay, so this last stack of books that I got from a publisher have a story to go with them. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw earlier this week that I got a very damaged package from Fierce Reads. So Fierce Reads, every quarter or season or so, they send me a box of arcs, and I got them. However, one of the copies is missing because I had to throw it away because it was so water damaged and like disgusting. So some of these also got water damaged slash just like regular damaged. These last couple are actually not too bad, but I emailed the publisher and was like, look, like, I know it's not your fault, but like I just wanted to give you a heads up that UPS like destroyed pretty much the entire thing. I mean, when I opened the box, it was wet, like it was just gross. I was kind of disappointed, and then the publisher was like, no, like we're gonna send you totally new copies, and I was like, cool. So I think I'm gonna have duplicates of these, and as I mentioned in my last video, I'm doing a giveaway every single Thursday this month on Instagram. I'll probably be giving some of these away next week, so you should definitely follow me on Instagram so that you can stay up to date on all of that. But yeah, here's what I got. So I got a copy of All Boys Aren't Blue, and this is by George M. Johnson. Don't know anything about this, so let's just move on. But the cover is stunning. I also got a copy of Gone by Nightfall by D. Garrettson. I think this is supposed to be like historical fiction. Also got a copy of How to Speak Boy by Tiana Smith. I think this one was one that I like really wanted. I just can't remember what it's about, so very excited for that. And then the one that I'm most excited for in that pack was Dark and Deepest Red by Anna Marie McLemore. I love Anna Marie McLemore's work. It's fantastic. Everything that they write is just amazing and beautiful, and so just like visceral. Like you can totally see what's going on. You can like feel it, smell it. I don't know. It's just amazing, their work. So very excited to get to this one as well. Especially I feel like in October it would be a good read because their work is always just kind of like mysterious and magical, and I don't know, I love it. Maybe for December because I have a lot that I want to read in October, but yeah. Alright, so that is everything that I got in September and kind of at the beginning of October. I think these book hauls are going to be kind of a little crazy until I figure out like a really set filming schedule, but I hope you guys enjoy them. And as I mentioned in my last video, while these Halloween sleeves are still available, you can get them for 20% off if you use code COBWEB. I'm going to leave information in the description down below so you can find everything there. There's a few more sleeves that I'm not holding up here that are on our website, but you can get all of these for 20% off, and there are some other really cool ones from our summer collection that are discounted right now, so you can get those as well. But definitely use that coupon code, and hopefully we'll be sending you a book sleeve very soon. And that's it for this video. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed, and you can find me down in the links below on Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye! Again, as usual, they're going to be a